Hey there everyone and welcome. In this video I'm gonna show you exactly how you can create a fully functional calculator app using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Before directly jump right into the design part, let me show you the features of this fully functional calculator app on my computer screen. Take a look. As you can see here, when I click 4, 5, 6, let me add 4, 5, 6, 3 plus 2, 1, 0. When I press this equal button, here we have the result, right? And if you want to clear everything from the input, you can use this AC button right here. When I press this AC button, everything from this input will be deleted. If you want to delete each element at a time, then you can use this DEL button right here. When I press this DEL button, it clears each element at a time, just like this one. Let me multiply some number right here. Let me multiply 45 times 25. Then when I press this equal button, here we have the result, right? As you can see here, everything is functional. So if this sounds interesting, what are you waiting for? Sit on your comfort zone, take a cup of coffee, and then enjoy the show. Oh wait, if you are new here, consider subscribing and press the notification bell icon, since more incredible JavaScript project is on the way. Now let's jump right into the video. So to create this calculator app, first what we are going to do is create a folder right here. Let me say calculator, and press enter. Inside this folder, we are going to create 3 documents. The first document will be index.html document. And next, we are going to create another document, another file right here, which is style.css. And next, the last file that we are going to create is a JavaScript document, let's say app.js. Alright everyone, so from here, index.html document, click shift plus exclamation mark, please hit shift button and exclamation mark. Then when I press enter, here we have the basic HTML document right here. Now what we are going to do is we are going to change the title of the project. Let's say so here we have the title of project. You can write any text that you interested in, but you have to consider this title is very important for SEO purpose, right? And now what we are going to do is from here, from style.css document, let me add some universal property value pair. So to add this universal property value pair, we use the asterisk symbol right here, and then what we are going to do is we have padding 0, margin 0, and in the last box sizing, border box. Now what we are going to do is we are going to link this style.css document with an HTML document inside the head element right here using a link tag. So, and when I press this link tag, we have an chief attribute right here. As you can see here, the style.css document and the index.html document are found on the same folder. That's why we simply write style.css, right? And now what I would like to do is we are going to link this app.js document with that of an HTML document right here using a script tag right here. So script and now app.js. Here we have. Now from here, what we are going to do is we are going to create a div element having a class name, let me say calculator continuer. Inside this div element, what we are going to do is we are going to nest an input element right here. This input element will have a type attribute which is text right here, and now let me add a placeholder right here. So over here, let me add a placeholder, let's say 00. And now to observe the change that are performed over here, we have to open this with live server. So to do this, right click and open with live server. Now let me collapse this base code right here and let me open this side by side, just like this one. As you can see here we have the input field right here. Oh yeah, that's great. Now over here we are going to nest another div element having a class name, let me say display btn. Inside this div element, we are going to create another div element. We are going to nest another div element right here. Let's say div. And then inside this div element, we are going to nest 4 button elements right here. So the first button element be the AC button right here, which is a clear button, DEL button, the modulus button right here, and 000 button right here. So now we have the first button right here, AC, DL, modulus, and 00 button. So now what we are going to do is we are going to copy this and then paste right here. And now what we are going to do is we are going to change this text right here. We have 7 and 8, 9, and the last we have the multiplication operator button right here. Again, copy this and paste right here, 4, 5, 6, and the division operator right here, 3, 2. We have subtraction button, and again we have a subtraction operator right here, and we have addition operator right here, and finally 1, 0, 0, and point, and the last button will be the equality operator. Here we have the equality operator. Now when I save, here we have the HTML part. Now we are going to style this HTML document right here using some property value here. So now first we are going to add some property value pair for the body element right here using this body element right here, body, and then the first one is with 100% and height 100 viewport height, and then we are going to make this at the center. So to make this at the center, we are going to use a flex box. That's why display flex, and then align items center, and justify content also center. And then when I save, here we have at center, right? Now let me change the background color right here. So background, let me use this color right here. When I save and refresh, here we have. So now using this class selector, we have a calculator container, let me add some property value pair. So using this class selector, let me add some property value pair. As you can see here, background having a linear, we have a background color right here, having linear gradient, and then border 1 pixel solid gray and border radius 20 pixel, and now we have box shadow 0 pixel, 3 pixel, 40 pixel, having a color code which is RGBA color code right here, and now we have padding 20 pixel from top and bottom and 0 pixel from left and right, and then display flex direction column. So when I save and refresh, here we have right. Now let me style this input field right here. So to style this input field, what we are going to do is we are going to use this input element selector right here. So we have some property value pair with 90% and overflow hidden, margin 0 from top and bottom, and auto from left and right, and padding 20 pixel, and border should be none, and background should be transparent, and text align center, font size 2.53, which is 2.5 times the global font size, which is 60 pixel, right? And we have just added this box shadow right here, having a color, gray color right here, and we have a text color right here, white text color. So when I save and refresh, when I save, here we have the input field right here. Now what we are going to do is we are going to style these buttons right here. Now let me style these buttons right here using this button element selector. So over here we have some property value pair, which is border radius 50% and width for rim height for rim REM, and border 1 pixel solid having this color, and margin auto, background should be transparent, the color, here we have the color which is white color, and font weight bold. So when I save, here we have, right? You see, here we have the buttons right here. Now let me add another property value pair. Box shadow, we have negative 4 pixel, 8 pixel, 40 pixel, having this color code right here, and margin 20 pixel, cursor should be pointer, and font size 1.2 rem, right? So save, here we have. So now to make each button at the center, what we are going to do is we are going to use this class selector right here. Here we have a class selector, display button. We have display button, and then text align should be at the center, right? Alright, here we have. So now what we are going to do is we are going to style these operators in different way. So now what we are going to do is we are going to style these 4 operator buttons in different way. We have the multiplication operator, the division operator, subtraction operator, and the addition operator, and also the equal to operator. So to style this in different way, what we are going to do is we are going to create a class name over here. Class, let me say class name, we have operator btn style. So now copy this class name and paste right here. For subtraction operator, paste right here, and paste right here. So now save, and using this class selector, let me change the background color. So background, so here we have. So now what we are going to do is we are going to make a hover over effect over these buttons. So to do this, what we are going to do is we are going to use a pseudo selector hover. So button, and then hover. After that, change the background while hovering our cursor. Let me use, yeah, it's better, right? Alright, so now we have just finished the style for this calculator app. After that, let's jump right into to make this calculator button interactive using JavaScript. So now we have just finished the CSS and the HTML part. Now let's jump right into the JavaScript part to make this calculator app interactive. So to do this, first what we are going to do is we are going to access the input field. So to access this input field, we have the ID value right here, input btn. So let me declare a variable, let's say const, and display input. Document, we are going to access this input element by its ID value. So document get element by ID and pass its ID value over here, input btn. So now over here we need to have 4 functions. We are going to perform 4 different actions right here. The first function is the function that enables to display the number and the operator on the input field. We need to have another function which performs to solve the expression, and we need to have another function that enables to clear or delete each element at a time from the input field. And also finally we need to have another function that enables to delete all the expressions from the input field. So let me declare the first function. Let's say access the display. This function takes a parameter, right? This function should take a parameter, let's say input, and then this function enables to display each element or each number or operators while we click on the input field while we click it. So over here we need to have onClick event onClick. Then we need to call this function right here, access the display, and then it takes this number as an argument right here. So now what we are going to do is we are going to copy this onClick, copy this, and then come over here and paste right here, and now change this 7 by 8. We have a parameter, it takes, when I click this 8 button, it takes 8 as an argument, right? Here we have onClick function right here, onClick. Then we are going to call this function right here, and what we are going to do is we are going to pass each input string as an argument, just like this one. So now let me add over here for multiplication operator. Here we have for the multiplication operator. Now come over here, and what we are going to do is we have display input. Display input access its value plus equals then the input. This input is a parameter, right? So now let me save, and so as you can see here, when I click this 7, here we have the number 7 is displayed. When I click this 8, the number 8 is displayed over here. As you can see here, everything is functional. So now what we are going to do is we are going to declare a function that enables to delete, that enables to clear this number. So to clear this number, we need to have a function. Let me say function clear all display. Then what we are going to do is we are going to have the display input and access its value equals empty string, right? Take a look. As you can see here, 4, 5. Then when I click this AC button, this should be deleted. So to do this, come over here for the display button. For this AC button, we need to call this function. While we click this AC button, the number from the input should be deleted. So to do this, we need to have onClick event listener right here. So onClick, and then we are going to call the function. Here we have the function right here, clear the display, clear all the display. Here we have. So now let me try 7, 8, and when I click this AC, it is going to be deleted just like this one. You see, that's cool. When I click this, here we have. Now the third function that we are going to create is a function that enables to solve the expression, right? So over here we need to have a name for this input, right? Name input. For the equality button, we need to create a function onClick. We have onClick event listener right here, and it takes display. Display input dot value equals, we have the eval function, and then display input dot value, right? So now when I say 56 minus 25, when I click this equal button, here we have 31, right? 48 3148 modulus 6, and when I click this equal, here we have the result, right? That's working, right? So now we need to have the last function which enables to clear each element from the input at a time. So function then clear each display, and then we are going to access the display input, its value equals the display input, its value dot toString dot, then we have slice 0 minus 1. Now let me call this function for the DEL button right here. Where is it? On click. Here we have the DEL button. So now let me type something, and when I click this DEL button, take a look. It clears each element at a time, right? Just like this one. Alright everybody, alright everyone, so now we have just created this fully functional calculator app using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. If this content is valuable, make sure to subscribe and press the notification bell icon to be notified while I come out a daily training video just like this one.